Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 3 of the Fragbite THOR Open Qualifier number 3, presented by Sidon and Fragbite, and with me is Dignitas.Monolith. This is game 3! Both games have been stomps, but the winner does get a spot in the LAN finals in Stockholm, Sweden, so hopefully we'll see a bit more of a competitive game this time.
Yeah, and this is a big event for both of them. I think for both teams, it'd be their first major LAN event.
Yeah, definitely. Root definitely wants to get a name going for themselves with their new lineup. And AL, you know, this is a pretty legendary lineup with Vigos and Mania on the team. Even though they did lose G, you know, this is still a very capable lineup. They could do a lot of damage very soon. So both teams definitely want it.
This is new. First time we've seen a Brood ban so far in this series.
Yeah, I mean, it's happened. I think AL banned it once. I think it's more just because they just want to leave as many powerful heroes in the pool as possible. Brood has just not been seeing too much success. Really, just not having too much fun lately. But Undying is going to be the ban once again for Root. Will we see a... Well, they have first pick, so we're probably not going to see a Darkseer ban by AL. Maybe we're going to see a Rubik ban?
Maybe a Templar Assassin.
Yeah, Templar Assassin could be a good ban. Root has been using Batrider to great success, but we saw Vigos just completely slam it with his Queen of Pain play. And that was just really extraordinary. Could also be Lone Druid. I mean, Root been using Lone Druid quite a bit.
Yep. See what happens. They're taking an awful long time with this, though.
Yeah, they know this means a lot as they are going to ban the Rubik, so we're going to have to see a Darkseer ban. Otherwise, Root might lose a lot of momentum. But they're going to ban Wisp, so AL probably going to pick up the Darkseer for themselves for Freezer. That makes the most sense.
TA made it through the pool.
TA did make it through the pool, but Barrett made it as well. So, could see... I think Darkseer would probably still be the best pickup here.
Yeah, I think it would be as well. And yeah, they called that right.
Yeah, Darkseer does well against TA. Vacuum to suck her out of position. Ion Shell depletes her refracting charge. Doesn't lane against TA, but, you know, does...
I mean, Darkseer just does really well in general. Actually, Darkseer does fairly well against TA mid. Because at level 1, I mean, you just throw down 2 Ion Shells, TA can't approach the wave.
Yeah, I mean...
So, I mean, in a pinch, if you have nothing else, Darkseer works. We've seen it a couple times before. I think I did it a few times.
Yep, Batrider and Jakiro are going to be the pickups here, so AL not going to pick up TA because Batrider does very well against TA. So AL going to think about what they're going to pick up here. They have Darkseer, they have their offlane hero, so could we see a strong support? Could we see a mid-solo hero? I mean, anything's possible. Darkseer, very versatile. Probably could see some teamfights considering Rubik's banned. And they're on their own server, and, you know, they have Darkseer who synergizes well with every teamfight hero.
Yeah. I mean, Absolute Legends, they have a lot of options right now. Yep,
as, hopefully, maybe we'll see a Sand King by Mania. Darkseer Sand King, very strong. That's, of course, just being a Slave fanboy right there, but, you know, that's a very, very strong possibility. But Root Monkey's most likely going to play the Batrider. Had a bit of trouble, so we might see the Queen of Pain being picked up by AL once again for Vigos. Did very well against Monkeys in the last game.
Yeah, he really just destroyed Monkeys, and there we go. There's that Templar Assassin.
So TA, against Bat. So
yeah, I mean, I think it's okay. The first few levels are going to be rough for TA. But I think once she gets into her groove, and she can really harass a Batrider fairly well with those side blades and the extra damage on refraction. A lot of it comes down to just the individual skill of the players in that matchup.
Yeah, maybe they feel like, all right, we'll just take it one-on-one. I mean, Bat does well against TA in the lane, but once TA gets her ganks going, I mean, Bat can't be everywhere at once. We don't surge Darkseer traps across the globe. They can be, so
Yeah, we've seen it go both ways before. We've seen Just recently in TPL and D2L, we've seen Batriders lose against TA and Batriders destroy TAs. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, as looks like Root thinking quite a while on who they want to pick up right here, as they have their support, they have their mid lane hero most likely. Actually, definitely. Monkeys always plays mid lane bat apparently these days, even though we saw him jungle it up a bit. So could we see where offlane solo hero? I think offlane would probably be the best option just here, just because otherwise AL might just start banning him out. Yeah, but looks like Root taking quite a while, dipping quite a bit into their reserve time, so they're really going to have to make up their mind quite soon. They know that this is a very decisive pick, because otherwise they'll start getting banned. They do pick up their offlane hero in the form of the Bounty Hunter. Track, just going to be really useful in terms of tracking, getting a lot of gold, getting a lot of kills, but it's just going to come down to how well can he lane. We saw in the last game, they didn't do a good job in terms of shutting down the Bounty Hunter. Root did not against AL's Bounty Hunter, so we'll see if AL makes the same mistake here.
Yeah, that Bounty Hunter last game got way too many levels way too fast.
Yeah, track was just too good in that lane.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see if Root's a little shaken up after last game. I mean, that one. I mean, in games like that, you just have to write it out of your mind. Shit happens sometimes. Just move on.
Seriously, I mean, that was a pretty big stomp, but you know, Root, not the. They have very strong players. I don't know how experienced of a team they are. They have experienced players, but as a team, we'll see if they have the capability to shake it off. Most likely they will, as Dota players usually can do that. But AL, they smell blood. Will we see them go for it as Enigma, Leshrac going to be the bans? As Root knows, I mean, they have Darkseer. Enigma Tidehunter is always a possibility.
Yeah, I definitely, at this point, they should start banning out some big team fight heroes, range supports, because they have their 1, 2, and 3 roles right now. So yeah, you see the Tidehunter ban.
Yep. So looks like Panda Brewmaster is going to be the last ban. Interesting, but not too unexpected. I guess they just don't want to deal with that Darkseer Vacuum in combination. Will we see the Naga? Well, we have the Chaos Knight. Most likely we won't see a Naga banned by Root just here, since they already have sort of their safe lane farmer.
Yeah, I expect Root to ban out another support here. Something that lanes well with Chaos Knight.
Yeah, could be a Shadow Demon, could be, I don't know, Keeper of the Light. Get that Chakra Magic into Bolts and Reality Rifts. That could be a possibility as well. Keeper of the Light has been seeing a lot more play. Could be a Venomancer as well.
Venomancer's already banned.
Oh yeah, as Disruptor going to be the ban, so looks like going to try to... Well, Disruptor probably one of the best supports still left in the pool at the moment.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That was a decent ban out of them. And Disruptor is very strong. Not Reality Rift, what is it?
Kinetic Field?
No, the pullback one.
Oh, Glimpse.
Yeah, Glimpse. I mean, Glimpse is just so strong. And okay, and we have a good pickup out of Enchantress. I mean, she still sees play. Works in the jungle really well.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, she could also be used to sort of help out mid lane, Smoke of Deceit, gank up, get 2 creeps, try to shut down the Barrier early on, can push early on. And
we also see. I mean, we also see Enchantresses. I mean, if the Batrider jungles, we also see a lot of Enchantresses go into the jungle and disrupt the Batrider's pulls and stacks. You just enchant one of the big creeps, and then Batrider's kind of screwed.
Seriously, as Root, not much reserve time, so they're going to have to make their picks relatively soon. They pick up the Shadow Demon, very versatile support, so they're going to pick up Hard Carry, maybe Lone Druid once again. Maybe they're going to switch it up. Maybe they want to try the Gyrocopter once again. I mean, they won one and they lost one with him so far. But, I mean, still, Gyrocopter.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't like that hero either. I think that hero sucks.
You just, you can't
he doesn't do enough.
You can't do that much with the farm he has. But
yeah,
we'll see if Root learned their mistake. As AL taking a bit of time with our last pick. Finally, we're going to see a jungle hero, Enchantress. Windrunner going to be probably a support to supporting the Chaos Knight. Darkseer will probably be in the off lane. So yeah, Windrunner solid support as well. Very versatile hero.
Yeah, I mean, in a pinch, she works well as a support. I mean, I think I like Absolute Legends lineup. I mean, Windrunner needs levels, so it's not a true tri lane. So you'll throw Enchantress in the jungle, and Windrunner can get a little more experience that way. And then you know Darkseer is a great off laner. And then TA is just ridiculous. This is just a ridiculous hero.
Yep, so Root gonna go back to their 15 seconds of reserve time. Really need to make their choice, get their hard carry right now. Will we see something kooky? Will we see Lone Druid once again? Seems to be a favorite of Root these days. Might just go with the safe pickup in this situation. They pick up the gyro once again.
Again, wow. I don't know how I feel about that. This is almost the exact same lineup.
They have a Lone Druid, they have a Bounty Hunter instead of a Lone Druid, and that's it.
Yeah, this is almost exactly the same.
I think against other lineup, just against this lineup, I mean, you're gonna chase Gyro to the ends of the earth with this lineup, with Surge, with traps, with Chaos Knight, with his high natural move speed, with shackle shots. I just don't think Gyro can succeed in this game in particular.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I just don't think it's a good hero. I mean, I think, like last game, Luna would have worked better.
Yeah, you have long range nuke. You don't have to wait 10 hours before the missile hits.
Yeah, and I mean, the ulti is more effective than Gyro's. I mean, I think Gyro is a shitty version of Luna.
Yeah, I mean, lower base move speed, even with the 315 base move speed, pretty bad. That's a pretty accurate assumption in my opinion, but looks like the team's going to get into the game as won't choose the players and teams, so I'll go over Absolute Legends this time. Come with me playing the Windrunner as a support. Freezer going to be playing the offlane Darkseer. Vigas going to be playing the Chaos Knight. Mania going to be playing the Chantress, and Sony going to be playing the Templar Assassin.
And on the Dire side, we have Root Fun on the Darkseer, we have Korea on the Gyrocopter, Brax on the Bounty Hunter, Broccoli on the Jakiro, and Monkeys Forever on that Batrider.
Yep. So, as we're just going to wait for the drafter to get back into the game for Root. I mean, Absolute Legends lanes are pretty set in stone. The only thing a bit different is that Chaos Knight is being played by Vigas, and Vigas has been playing the mid-solo position these days. So, could possibly see a duel lane mid with Come With Me and Vigas against Batrider, but, you know, probably not likely.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think we'll see pretty standard stuff out of them. We could see... Actually, no. I don't think we'll see that.
Could see? Nah, just kidding.
Yeah, that's not...
Gyro, we'll see if he actually puts points to Flat Cannon early on. Probably should, considering he should be up against a solo Darkseer. Naturally difficult hero to bring down, so he probably wants to get his farm going as soon as possible. Good luck, have fun is called by both teams as they head out in completely opposite directions. Try to get those offlane wards placed as Jakiro, sentries, observers, all the usual stuff. Smoke to see up on the Shroud even. Pretty standard.
Yep, and that TA is definitely going mid against that Batrider. Well, at least she expects to. She picked up that magic stick early.
So we're not going to see an offlane Darkseer. Instead, we're going to see a lineup that will pressure the heck out of the Gyrocopter. I like this move by Ale a lot. As, I mean, Darkseer should be able to get experience. If not, you can always as a jungle to get back to. As, looks like the ward will spot out the Darkseer. We'll see if Root switches up their lanes, as I don't know if they saw the Darkseer. They did see the Darkseer. They're pinging. They want him. They're going to get him.
Oh yeah, Freezer's dead.
Disruption, Ice Path. Can they get enough damage? Gyrocopter. He does deal immense amounts of early game damage. Nice gank onto Freezer. And we'll see if they switch up their lanes.
That should help out that Batrider a lot. Got that first blood. It'll be a quick bottle for him.
Yeah, definitely will help him out quite a bit. As looks like we are going to see the lane switched up a bit. As looks like Brax is going to go to the top lane. I like this adjustment by Root, as they're going to say, "We'll put our try in against your Darkseer anyway." As this is going to already a lot of mind games being played by both teams. And right now, Monkeys versus Sony. Monkeys will have a slight advantage because he already has 400 gold in the bank. Sony already going to use a refraction as the magic stick to help him out a little bit. Just going to use that to last hit up against Monkeys, but he has to be careful. Meanwhile, Bounty Hunter already had to use a salve in the midst of all that. Vigas going to clear it up, so Brack's going to be hard pressed to stay in this lane successfully.
Yeah, it was a good catch out by Vigas and co. I mean, they had a sentry to start out with. Mania put one down, and it was great perceptive play. Knew Brax was coming up, so he just plopped one down and almost got the kill. If he didn't have that haste, he'd be dead.
Nice move by Brock Lee, pulling the creep waves and dropping a preventive ice path to escape as Korea trying to do as much damage. Nice body blocking onto Freezer, who's forced to run the other way, but now Surge is down. Do they have anything else? They are not level 2 just yet. Meanwhile, Freezer just hits level 2. Ice path gonna fly. Rocket Barrage is the Surge. Can it cool down fast enough? He's gonna try to Surge away. He might be able to escape Fun, taking a bunch of damage. Fun gonna try to tango in. Can he get the disruption off? Freezer in a lot of trouble. Looks like Freezer might just be able to escape. Surge is going to be cooling down. Disruption going to be used, but he's going to be able to surge away. As nice plays by both sides, but Freezer, Dark Surge is too hard to kill.
Oh, and you see a lot of pressure coming out of AL early on this top tier tower. Maybe one more wave, and this tower is going to go down really fast.
Brack's doing what he can. He's pulling the wave. Already level 3, so he's doing a solid job in that regard. Can't even be pressured by Winrunner too much, just getting as much experience as possible. And sooner Bounty Hunter hits level 6, the better. Get those ganks going. Meanwhile, the mid lane, Barrier 7-0 versus TA 9-2. So it looks like TA, like you said, should be doing just fine. Picked up fast boots. I like this choice a lot.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to go. Because Batrider is pretty much always going to go for that fast bottle, because he just needs to keep that mana up, and then you can get when you get the boots early on TA, you just move speed difference the Batrider, and the Batrider at that point just needs so many stacks on you to be able to kill you.
Yep, looks like Brax is going to be in a lot of trouble. They do have a Sentry Ward. Can they get the stun off onto Brax? They get the Reality Rift. Here comes the stun. Brax is still revealed. Here comes a Shackle Shot. Nice Shackle Shot, but bit of mistimed chain stuns. Unfortunate for AL, but that's going to be the survival of Brax at the very least. Meanwhile, Dark Series just saying, I don't like you guys, and we're just going to jungle.
Yeah, so far, I mean, despite getting first blood, this isn't looking that great for Root. Darksteer, I mean, they lost that tower. Monkeys isn't shutting down the TA, I think, like they expected to. And Darkseer is getting levels. He is getting something.
Yeah, I mean, Brax is getting levels, but Darkseer is getting farm and levels. Not levels as fast as Brax, but he's still getting some. Level 4 on that Bounty Hunter, going to be pretty good, as Vegas is going to get his item shipped to him. He had 1k gold in the bank. And Brax out of mana, so he's going to have to back off once this Windwalk cooldown does expire. So he's going to have to back off to base. Meanwhile, the bottom tower on the Radiant side not being pushed fast enough, apparently. So the Skeletons with the Centaur going to be enough to probably do significant damage to this tower, if not kill it.
Yeah, this is... I mean, they're taking the tier 1 and 2 towers at about 4.5 minutes. It'll probably be... Oh wait, no. We see Root making a move here, Smoke Gang.
Looks like it's thwarted for now, but Batrider was not pressuring Sony in the midst of all that, so Sony's gonna get some experience. Level 6 in about 100 experience, so gonna have those traps up. Meanwhile, Freezer farming on the bottom lane, so Root being a bit conflicted. Gyro has 22 CS, gonna teleport to the top lane. Went for the 2 points into each again. Not too sure why he's doing this build.
Yeah. I mean, I think he just wants to do a little more damage, be a little more aggressive, but he's going to farm really slow like this, and they're already on the back foot, and what he really needs to do is catch up.
Yep, Monkey's trying to stack Napalm, so TA hits level 6 before Barrett. You never want to have that happen, just because TA can be more aggressive now. Get back into the lane, get back into the game. Here's going to be a teleport up top for the Dire. Barrett is going to come in. They want to get this kill, try to secure themselves the top lane. Winner going to take a rocket right to the face. Going to take immense amounts of damage. Coming, they will die, as looks like Vigos is on the retreat. Korea doing immense amount of damage with that rocket barrage, but still not enough. Enchant gonna slow down Korea. Good for Root in that they got a kill, but bad since they devoted 4 heroes to that. I'm not too sure if that was worth it entirely in the long run.
Yeah, they've spent a lot of resources now on top lane. Bunch of TPs, a lot of time moving around, and that wasted smoke.
And meanwhile, Korea might be caught in a Chaos Knight as a nice Ice Path going to hold, but Korea gets shackled. Beautiful shackle by Comethry. Vigos might take the fall, a couple more hits on Korea. She will die. Magic Wand not enough to get the kill. Mania trying to escape as much as possible. One more hit will clean up Mania, so 1 for 1, but Gyro did die in the midst of all that. Still 3-1 in favor of Root Gang, but that does not tell the whole tale, especially since Sony out DD Rune, but decides to think better of it, turns around, goes back to his lane. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Brax being pressured by the Darkseer quite heavily, hits level 6, so that might be key in terms of Root getting themselves back in the match, as even though they're up 3-1, they are still... It feels like they're behind, but this Bounty Hunter can get them back in the game.
Yeah, at this point, Brax has hit 6. I feel like he should go back, heal a bit, and start trying to gank a little more. Because he's not going to be doing much against this Darkseer here. Darkseer is just going to keep on putting on those ion shells, and Brax is not going to be able to do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, even though it's 3-1, even though only 1 tower's been taken, still a gold lead as a trap is going to be popped. Monkey's trying to pop Firefly as a Reality Rift was cancelled. Sony going to get his Refraction immediately dispelled. Can they kill Monkeys fast enough? Looks like Korea's going to come. He might take the damage. Refraction going to cool down as Salve is bugged. Guys, is the call. Here comes the dual breath going to be casted. Vigos is definitely going to die. Can T escape? They know where TA is. TA is going to have to run the heck out of there. Has Refraction up. Can she escape? Can she pop traps quickly enough? Looks like she's going to go back down. Not too sure why she did that. But 5-2 in favor of Root now. They're trying to get themselves back in the game and they're doing a solid job.
Yeah, lucky for them, Brax made it in time to get that track off.
Yeah, gonna have Tranquil Boots relatively soon. Trying to get themselves back in game in terms of farm. Most farm heroes are on the side of the rain as Vigos gonna dive in as Vigos does. Looks like the Ice Path does whiff, so he'll be able to escape for now. Flame Break trying to push Vigos back. Stun goes on to Jakiro. Monkeys is even level 6. He is. Oh, the cooldown was already used. Chaos Knight did pick off the Bounty Hunter with that urn, as good engagement for the rain. But still, stacks are starting to pile up on Vigos. He's gonna have to be a bit careful here.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate for Brax right there. That urn just managed to tick him off, and if his salve hadn't bugged, he wouldn't have lived.
Does he still have the salve? He doesn't.
No. I think what happened is that he used it, but it didn't heal him.
Oh man, that sucks. That really does suck. As looks like the tier 2 tower of the Dire is in a lot of trouble. Very low HP. A lot of heroes converging on it. 4 heroes on the Dire, and they're going to try to go in for Come With Me. Missile is going to be used. Come With Me has Wind Run level 1 to escape as far as possible, but the missile is already on its way. Come With Me might take up too much damage, but they do see the movement of Sony. Dust is going to be used. Get the track off onto Sony as well. Can Sony get away? Looks like Come With Me escapes. Oh man, if both heroes escape here for the Absolute Legend squads, it'll be a huge loss for Root Gaming. Looks like Come With Me going to take too much damage, going to Wind Run out at the last second. Can they get the Shuriken toss? Everybody's going to survive on AL, and they use 4 heroes for that. That is just not good for them.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. And in the meantime, Freezer takes the bottom tower. Vigos again is just free farming middle, and they use so much for that. What was that? A dust, and just a lot of time chasing for nothing.
Yeah, literally nothing. As Sony just gonna chill out for now. Gonna farm the jungle. Meanwhile, well, we'll take a look at the graph. Should be in favor, heavily in favor of the rain, because they have a farm lead and they have 2 towers to boot. And TA is only going to get stronger. Did not get shut down as effectively in the laning phase as the Dire probably wanted. And Gyrocopter is still a Gyrocopter.
Yeah. Still no levels in Flat Cannon. It's going to be hard for him to catch up that way.
The trap is sprung. Looks like the Shackle Shot is level 2. Trying to get in position. Does get Ice Path. Wind Run was already used. And looks like Come With Me will die. Macro
I mean, I
Fire
guess
going to be used on Sony. Man, that did way too much damage in conjunction with the Soul Catcher. And Sony dies once again. Meanwhile, Brax picks up a kill in the middle lane. And Freezer might die as well. A couple more hits onto the Darkseer should be able to pick him off. 3-8 in favor of Root Gaming. And we'll see how the experience graph is actually pretty even at this stage in the game.
yeah, those were definitely much needed kills against AL for Root. I guess that was the advantage of not getting Flat Cannon and maxing out that Rocket Barrage right there. I mean, you just saw he did so much damage with that. It's basically a Leshrac Edict, a better version, or not so much a better version, but a high damage version of a Leshrac Edict.
Yeah, as Mania able to snipe the Batrider. Batrider bought back, so that's really going to hurt his farm. Unfortunately, at this stage in the game, Batrider usually wants to have a tank item or be on his way to his Blink Dagger, and he has neither. That strength growth buff will help him a bit, but he's going to really start struggling at this point because you really don't want to take too much farm away from Bounty Hunter or the Gyrocopter. And it looks like Freezer trying to go on to Brax. He's going to escape, or Brax is going to escape for now. Meanwhile, AL just going to play it a bit safe, knowing that they might have died a little too much. They don't really want to give Root too many comeback mechanics here.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, Batrider's really struggling. Pretty much very little CS. He's not sitting on very much gold either, and they have no towers. And he's one of those heroes that, that he needs a good early game. He needs that Blink Dagger early to, to really show his effectiveness.
Yeah, if not Blink, then at least tank up so you can just Firefly around and try to do much damage that way. Looks like Invisrune was spotted out by the Dire. They do know that Mania took that Invisrune, going to go for a very fast Aghanim's. Already has the Point Booster and the Ogre Club, which is actually an Axe. Meanwhile, Sony, after that death, slowed down his farm a bit, has not been able to get the CS back, but still providing a lot of pressure. But Freezer has just been free farming pretty much uninterrupted for a long while now.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely made up made up a lot of ground after that first blood.
Still, AL does not want to leave Korea too much for him. Finally putting points in the flat hand. There might be a huge engagement. There is a huge engagement, but it looks like Vegas is going to back up. Korea used a TP, so 4 heroes once again on the Root side. Could not get anything done. They might get a tower push going. Looks like they don't really know what they want to do, as Broccoli, only one level 1 of Liquid Fire. They're going to migrate back to the lane, so 4 heroes once again being used for that. Bounty Hunter going to get Psionic trapped, but AL should escape just fine.
Yep, and those traps are really helping out AL right now. You can see their placement all around the map. They have great vision, and that really decreases the need for wards out of the supports. You can see that with Mania here, just rushing that scepter, not giving a crap about anything else, just rushing that scepter.
Yep, even come with me. Gonna build that Arcane Boots. Wow, very uncommon on Winter, but makes a lot of sense here. Chaos Knight needs Arcane Boots. Darkseer was probably gonna go for Tranquil. So they didn't even have an Arcane Boots on their team, so come with me, making a smart call in that decision, getting them Arcane Boots to refuel Chaos Knight's mana. And she's just farming away, gonna get that level 4 Shackle Shot up, and then they might want to take a team fight then. Vegas versus Korea. Korea unfortunately has had his farm interrupted ever since teleporting, but there's going to be a wraparound gank. Come with me somehow senses it with his spider senses and able to get the heck out of there.
Yeah, that was a great intuition by Come With Me. Realized he was pushing out a bit too far and not a lot of other heroes on the map. So it was great decision making to get out of there.
Ice Path going to slow down as missiles once again being cast on Vegas, and so many of those missiles as Come With Me going to try to kill the rocket. One more hit. Does kill it. 27 gold into the pockets of Come With Me. Looks like the Shackle Shot does not latch. Vegas going to initiate. Here comes the Ice Path call down. Going to catch everybody. A huge call down as that Gyrocopter ultimate did so much damage in conjunction with the Firefly. 3 heroes being picked up by the... No, 4 kills being picked up on the side of Root Gaming. They're just taking it on the back of their team fight. As Vegas bought back, and he's in a lot of trouble right now. Flamebreak going to push him right back, and he might just use his buyback in the midst of all that. Ice Path whiffs. Can they get another stack going? They will kill Vegas. Huge victory for Root Gaming right here, right now. Wow, they just
That
clumped
was
up.
that was 6 heroes. They just lost 6 heroes.
That was ridiculous.
Full team wipe, and then Vigos buys back to die again. That was huge for Root. That was absolutely huge for Root.
Now it's safe to say that they are in the lead. The experience graph is going to take a sharp dive towards the Dire. Goal graph not yet, but I'm sure they got a decent number of track kills, and they should kill this tower at the very least. Power shot, try and do as much as possible. But what a victory. They just got all clumped up, and Call Down actually did a lot of damage. And with that macro power and the Batrider stacks, it was just too brutal.
Yeah, Come With Me got a little blocked. Would have made it out of that call down, but got a little blocked by his teammates and just ended up getting clipped on the end of that call down.
Call Down going to be used once again. The second rocket is going to hit Freezer. Flame Break pushing everybody back. Shackle Shot going to hold Monkeys in place. Can they do enough damage to kill him? Korea charging in the middle of everything as Firefly going to do a bunch of damage. Looks like Chaos Knight is going to die once again. I mean, wow, these team fights, they are just... Man, this is crazy. Root is just steamrolling Absolute Legends in these team fights. But one last shot by Mania does pick up a kill right there. As AL, they want to get something done. They're going to try to get some momentum back, as right now they are behind by a decent amount.
Yeah, that was pretty to the wire play by Root. Everyone was on such low HP. I think Fun survived with like 10 HP or something ridiculous like that.
Yep, and Batrider has his Blink Dagger now, so he can do initiation. Can just go for ganks as well. Korea has a Yasha, picks up the Manta style recipe. Korea, the clear beneficiary of that. I guess he doesn't even need to farm with that track gold, and the fact that he's getting so many assists is just gonna fund his way towards that Manta style. So AL probably a bit confused on how this is happening, but just poor positioning is leading to all these bad engagements.
Yeah, I mean they just stood in the call down in the macro pyre. It just did so much damage to them in that team fight. Burned right through all those refraction charges, and all the HP of Absolute Legends. And they just got melted.
Smoke to seed up onto Fun. Will they use it? They want to get the push going on the bottom lane, trying to get some map control back. You know, Come With the farming on the top lane, and I'd be a bit wary if I was AL if I want to take a team fight. They really just need to get the Darkseer farm up. Unfortunately for him, he has stalled a bit, has finished the Hooded Defiance, but still no levels into that wall. And that wall is really crucial in terms of getting AL some team fight for their team, because right now, they're pretty much all gank.
And this is a big moment for Root. They're about to take their first tower here. Reclaim some map control.
Yep. As Glyph is used. Looks like AL trying to pressure some of the lanes at the same time with that Darkseer and the Windrunner, but hey, they got a lot of gold from the tracking, so they can afford to use TPs defensively. The top tier 2 tower will take a fall, as the Glyph is not going to be used probably in this instant. No, they are going to use it, and there's going to be a couple teleports in. Can they save the tower? Vigos might be caught out of position. They are going to kill the tower. Vigos is going to split, try to dispel the purge. Looks like he's not going to silence. Looks like Barrier going to blink in. Vigos, Magic Wands up, trying to do as much as possible, does die. And Root is on the pursuit. They have the tracking going on Come With Me. Can he escape? They have Surge as well in Darkseer. They're going to surge away just fine.
Ooh, that Flame Break. If it had pushed them back, they would have got it.
Yeah.
But Come With Me ran a little too far.
TA going straight BKB realizes that we need something in team fights. We need either me tanking it up, doing a bunch of damage, or we need to just gank them, so there would never be any team fights. But Root constantly has 2 or 3, never letting them get any solo ganks going.
Yeah, that's I mean that's absolutely a great choice out of Sony. He needs that BKB. It'll protect him from everything except for the purge and the lasso from Batrider. But I mean, he really needs it to be able to stand in those team fights and not get all his refraction charges eaten up by all the fire everywhere.
Yeah, needs to stand in those fires and the flames. Come With these phase the mechanism, but this tower will get pushed. Broccoli 3 points of liquid fire, gonna slow that tower DPS output by a significant amount as Root trying to do what they can. Gonna be teleports. Looks like AL wants to defend this tower. Can they do it? That's the real question, as it seems in pumped up spaces, AL is just gonna fall apart in these engagements. AL still has a gold lead, interestingly enough. Looks like they're just going to jump on that creep. That creep never had it coming. As Barrier about to hit level 11, going to get that 20-second cooldown decrease on the fire, on the Flaming Lasso. That would be pretty cool. Meanwhile, Freezer hits level 10. No points in the wall just yet. Instead, going back into Surge. I think they need a wall in these team fights, though.
Yeah, they need some more levels on Darkseer for him to get at least 2 levels, or at least 1 level of wall on, to be able to really team fight effectively.
Yep, Darkseer finished the pipe, Sony about to finish the BKB, and then AL might make their move. Sony finishes the BKB just now, gonna get it shipped out towards him. Meanwhile, Mania has the Aghanim, so this might be the time for AL. They're getting all their items up.
And Korea finished Manta.
Dang.
And have Root smoked up here looking for a gank, but not gonna find anything.
No. Once again, Vigas is struggling. Still managed to pick up an Ogre Club, so gonna get him a bit tankier. And in conjunction with that pipe, it will help him out immensely. So, Mania, of course, pretty tanky for Enchantress. And if AL wins this back just on the back of farming, that would be very unfortunate for Root.
Yeah, right now all their gold lead is coming from the towers they've taken, but I mean if Root takes a couple more fights, that tower advantage is gonna disappear really quickly.
Yep, as we can just see the last hits. Other than Gyrocopter, nobody on Root is farming. And it looks like AL only up by 1 tower, I think. But here comes an engagement trap going to be popped up. They're going to initiate on Fun. I don't know if this is the big pickup, but they are going to... Nice self-disruption, going to hurt him by quite a bit. As it's going to blink out on Monkey. Vigas going to immediately die in the blink of an eye. Too much damage pumping in, as Sony trying to go, will be able to pick up Fun, but at what cost? Can he even kill Fun? That's the real question. BKB already used Sony trying to do as much damage as possible. Mania as well supporting his hard carry in this engagement. But looks like Root gonna come out on top in this engagement once again. I don't know if they should have chased too hard for that Shadow Demon, and that might have cost them big.
Yeah, that was... I mean, they went in without the Darkseer wall again, and they just got destroyed by the call down. And just the macro pyre and all the AoE of Root Gaming, and Korea really showing us that max rocket barrage really does a lot of damage.
Yeah, Gyrocopter is starting to come into effect, and this is the one time Gyrocopter does become very powerful. Already picks up 2 points of his BKB. Now, once he gets his BKB, he will be able to attack pretty much without any sort of anything stopping him. And they just... AL just getting completely outfought in these team fights. They're a ganking lineup, but they can't get the ganks going. Root just having nice awareness and just making sure they never get ganked.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of become a staple for them in this series, is just moving together as 5.
Yeah, definitely. As Vigas again having a bit of a subpar game, really having a very bad game for him. As Come With Me going to get tracked, going to get disrupted as well. Trap going to be sprung, but Ice Path going to hold Come With Me in place. Pops the wind run. Nice maneuvers by Come With Me, but does get Demonic Purge. Looks like Fun. Going to be on the retreat, and the one engagement that Root is not at 5 is going to be the one that they might just lose right here, right now. Korea, no mana, no HP, but Root is able to escape successfully. Pretty much the best outcome.
Yeah, they went away with all they could save there. And in the end, it's not a huge loss. Darkseer died. I mean, Shadow Demon died. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, as I'm still a bit concerned why Freezer has not put any points into his wall just yet. Hits level 11, getting maxed out Surge, but I really want to have wall. I mean, without that, they really have no team fight unless they get a perfect shackle shot. And looks like Barrett are going to initiate onto Freezer. Can he drag him up the cliff successfully? Monkeys as the tornado going to be channeled. Nice awareness by Mania. As looks like Freezer is caught out of position. As they're going to pursue Sony. No, just going to drop a rocket. I don't think they can go on the offensive here.
Oh, that was a small mistake by Monkeys. You should have stayed a little closer to break the TP.
Oh, what a shackle shot by Come With Eva. Vigas is going to take so much damage from the Macro Pyre and the Firefly duration. Freezer going to do the vacuum to try to save his teammates. Sony going to come back in, gets disrupted once again. Can they get on the offensive? Enchantress going to kill Korea's godlike streak. A huge bounty going for the Enchantress, and now the pursuit begins, and this is where AL excels. This is where Root might start falling apart. What went wrong there?
It was a good comeback out of Root. I mean, out of AL. I mean, the problem with... I mean, the thing they did well there is that they didn't clump up that time. Like all their other engagements, they were all sort of... You had clumps of AL heroes just sitting around in a giant rocket barrage or a call down or sitting in macro pyre. In that engagement, they split up very well, and they didn't all get caught out. Even though Darkseer wasn't even in that fight, I mean, at that point they didn't really need him, and Monkeys had already used his lasso and his Firefly to try and get him up on that cliff, and well, there you go. Freezer takes the fall right there.
Yep, but AL does pick up the middle tier 2 tower, so overall an
Fair
okay
trade.
Yeah. Freezer finally puts a point to wall now that he hit level 12, so that's going to be good for the next team fights. 8 seconds still up on that BKB for the Templar Assassin, so still a pretty lengthy duration. And Mania has just been doing significant work. Enchantress just becoming very scary in this game. You know, Vegas has pretty much just been getting macro powered every single fight and has been dying after his initiation. Unfortunately for him, but you know, that happens.
Yeah, I mean, he really can't pick up anything right now. I mean, he's still basically sitting on the same items he was sitting on, what, 5-10 minutes ago?
Looks like the Dire are going to sneak in with the smoke and try to go for Roshan. No wards for the rain either way. Korea has finished the BKB, so that's going to be important for him. Meanwhile, Bounty Hunter is about to finish his Manta style, so Root about to pick up very, very good items. If they could get the Aegis as well, this could be huge, but they don't have much damage at this point. They should be able to kill the Roshan. They are going to kill the Roshan. But Trap going to scout out their position. Trap catches 4 heroes. Sony wants to go in. He's going to blink in on Sony. Nice job by the Batrider before he even gets the Firefly or the BKB up. And looks like without TA, a significant portion of damage is going to be lost. Korea pops the BKB, going to try to do as much damage as possible. And looks like everybody on L is on full retreat. Mania is going to die to a couple more stacks. Darkseer picks up a kill in the backlines on the Bounty Hunter. But still 1 for 2, and they got an Aegis. Nice exchange by Root as they are getting what they want in these fights.
Yeah, it was a timely BKB pickup by Korea, and good disruption by Fun on the gyrocopter. Saved him during the duration of the Chaos Knight 4-second stun.
Yeah, and the fact that TA died literally in the first 2 seconds because of that lasso did not help matters whatsoever.
Yeah, it was a little bit too aggressive by Sony, just blinked in without any support.
Yep. Meanwhile, Freezer, it's level 13, trying to go for an Agonimps. Agonimps did help in the last game as a pause goes out. Korea saying sorry. Korea going to start to pick up damage now that he has all the survivability that he needs. As Manta style, has BKB, probably going to go for something like a Daedalus or an MKB at this stage. Maybe a Butterfly. And once he gets that gyro, actually...
Yeah, then he's going to start hitting pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sony really needs to wait until that Batrider lasso is used before he goes in. Because that's pretty much the only thing, other than Darkseer's Purge, Shadow Demon's Purge, that's really going to stop him while he's BKB. But, I mean, if he goes in early and BKBs, that's a big, lasso me sign. So he needs somebody to go in and, take that lasso before he, rushes in and BKBs.
Yep, unfortunately, Vegas has pretty much been a non-factor in this game. 1 in 8, really suffering in this game. Just having an abysmal time. Still has the Ogre Club, might need to get a BKB himself, but just not having a good time whatsoever in this game. And that might be the hero that Sony needs to charge in and tank it up, and he can't do it at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Korea going to stack these Ancients with the flat cannon, should clear them relatively fast. As, yep, going to stack them up. TA trying to finish the Yasha, Vegas trying to do whatever he can to get something. some gold going for him. But overall, Root seems to have a steady grasp on this game.
Yeah, we'll most likely see some big damage item coming out of Korea next. Maybe maybe some lifesteal as well.
Yeah, as they want to get the push going. Korea, not too much mana. I don't know if this is the best idea to push in, but they know they have a solid advantage. They don't really want anybody to get too much farm. As Brax initiates, here comes Monkeys, uses the Firefly, so it's going to be on cooldown for the next 40 seconds or so. So that might be time without so much DOT. But Root's just going to say, alright, use Firefly, just going to back up for now. No, they're going to swing back in. They have the Force Staff up on the Bat Rider, and they have the Lasso up, almost level 16, so almost 50-second cooldown on that. Brax has finished the Manta Style. As Gyrocopter, 1,550 gold in the bank, and AL's just struggling to find an opening somewhere.
Yeah, the supports of Root Gaming have really picked up their farm. We got a mech on Jakiro now, drums on Shadow Demon. I mean, those last team fights have really done a lot for them. They're still losing in towers, though. All their outer tier towers are pretty much gone, while AL's still holding on to a fair bit of map control. That tier 1 tower at their top lane still standing. And looks like they're going to make a move on top.
I don't know if this is the best idea, considering Vigos doesn't even have his BKB yet. This could just be another death for them, as looks like Root should be able to kill this tower relatively quickly. Liquid Fire and a couple hits. Radiant does fortify. Dire gonna have to get the heck back, but they should be able to get the defense. A massive amount of TP is gonna come in, and Disruption already gonna be used by Fun. Soul Catcher gonna be used on Vigos. It looks like the Purge is gonna be casted once again. Call down onto 3. Immediately explodes Vigos. Freezer does cast the replica, but he's gonna die as well. Sony BKB's in. Cannot do nearly enough, as looks like he's going to get bursted down by those rockets. Bat Rider picks up Windrunner, Gyrocopter kills Enchantress, and Sony is the only sole survivor in this engagement. I don't know if that was the best idea, as Sony is going to melt out. They don't have a gem or anything, but they somehow know he's there. Ice Path, not going to reveal Sony. Macro Pyre is just going to do damage, and he's going to have to get out of there, but still, he is going to die. One more tick, and Jakiro picks up the last hit. Complete team wipe for Root Gaming, and this is looking... Not sure why AL pushed without BKB up on Vigos.
Yeah, that was a little sloppy by them, a little undisciplined. I mean, they definitely should have turtled it out a little more. I mean, he was pretty close to that BKB. I mean, right now he only needs 1,000 more gold, so I mean, a couple minutes more of farming, and he would have had it, and they would have team fighted a lot better, team fought a lot better.
Yeah, definitely, and now it's just, here comes a massive push by Root Gaming. Keep in mind, oh, Helmet Diner is finished on Gyro, and 2k gold in the bank to spare. And this is the power of Gyro in the late game at the very least, as he can just mow down creep waves, get immensely stacked. Monkey's going to charge in, get the Firefly, gets the Blink going on to the Windrunner. Come with it, he's immediately going to die. And looks like the Dire Train is not going to stop. Enchanted and Alpha Wolf as well to give him even more damage. Nice pickup by Korea. And I don't know if they can stop this push. They have like no team fight, so they can't stop this push. They don't have a solid way to initiate either.
Yeah, I mean, this Rax is going to go down. Oh, that's a decent... No, I mean, Vacuum only caught Korea, but
Sony BKB.
He's just sitting there tanking it.
Yep, Mania trying to do as much as he can. Does kill Barrett at the very least, but Barrett immediately buys back. Gyrocopter still with the Aegis. Darkseer does kill Jakiro at the very least. Sony had the BKB, immediately does get worn off, as looks like Freezer might take too much damage. Bounty Hunter and Gyrocopter still alive, gonna be enough, as Sony died to one last tick of that rocket. And looks like Vigos with a sad face right there. And it should be Root Gaming gonna probably win this qualifier, just waiting for the GG or waiting for one last push in. But Root Gaming just looking in an overwhelmingly dominant position at this stage in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you look at the one fight that AL... Oh, we have an initiation here.
Yeah.
Freezer takes the fall, and Come With Me got cut out. With, oh, he gets purged, and he should fall right here.
Yep. Soul Catcher just makes the HP drain so quickly. GG's called by Vigos, and that means Root Gaming is going to be the winner of your Fragbite THOR Open qualifier number 3. As we'll see if Root Cats has enough money to send out its team to Sweden, because they have a spot there now.
Yeah, and congrats to them. I mean, this is their, I think, their biggest win yet, and they're going to be at one of the big lands in Sweden, and it should be awesome. Great for them. We'll see how they do.
Yeah, we'll see if they can make it there. But looking for a mouse sponsor as AL all disconnects. But what intense play! They say we're just gonna stay together, so your Genki lineup cannot do anything. And that won him the game, and Gyrocopter proved his worth in the engagement.
Yeah. Korea showed us.
Yeah, you know, we were trolling Gyro all game, and then he was just like...
I know, he was just like, Charlie, you don't know anything.
Seriously, we actually don't know anything about Dota, apparently. But Root Gaming wins THOR Open, or the Fragbite THOR Open qualifier number 3, brought to you by Cdon and Fragbite. With me was the manager of Dignitas.Monolith. Any last shoutouts?
Again, just shout out to the team, shout out to Team Dignitas and all our sponsors, Alienware, Antec, Intel. There are so many. I can't go on. But I mean, huge shout out to them, shout out to NA Dota, and thank you, B-Ballin, for letting me cast with you.
Thank you, as that was a very, very fun cast. Saw a lot of cool heroes. 2 stomps into a 3rd stomp at the end, but it was close in the beginning, and AL hopefully will see them in one of the other 5 qualifiers that we do have left, so we can see them in the LAN finals, maybe take their revenge en route, but that's going to end this cast, so thank you all for watching, and see you next time.